welcome back to another episode of Pickups here on our YouTube page, our Instagram page. Hey, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're everywhere on the internet. So, as always, we say thank you for joining us for another episode here of Pickups. It feels good to be back, guys. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Again, as I said on the last Pickups video, I bought a lot of stuff over the last like 6 to 8 months or so. So it's like it feels good to be able to share it with you guys. And let's just go ahead and dive right on into this week's episode. Bam, right there, baby. We got Stephen King's It on VHS. Now, this is a VHS that I've been wanting and waiting to pick up for some time, which I'll try to get that in clear view for you guys there. I know that cinematic focus is kind of something to work with now, isn't it? Here, we actually had it right there. You can clearly see the back of the VHS. We'll kind of spin that thing around, try to get a nice angle on the front, which it doesn't look like the camera wants to work with me on this. Maybe if I move back out of the focus, there we go. A little bit better there. Okay, we're winning today, guys. Okay, so this is a movie that I hold very near and dear to my heart. Now, I remember watching this on TV when the miniseries premiered back, I think it was in like 1990. You know, and they showed you a strong recommendation at the very beginning. It's like, this is not made for kids. As being like a 4 or 5 year old at that time, my parents let me watch this movie, and it traumatized me so much. I was so afraid of Pennywise the Clown and Freddy Krueger. Those were the two things that I was so scared of. So my love of this movie goes back deep into my childhood. So it felt like every chance I got at the movie store, I would always want to rent this movie and rewatch this movie. And I've seen this movie at least I don't know, since 1990. We're talking 30 plus years, dude, of being a fan of Stephen King's It. Seen it so many times, but. In reference just to this copy, though, I have been waiting quite a long time to pick it up, actually. I wanted to get the original copy, okay? Like, I didn't want to just get some reprint, which is something that I really value when it comes to collecting, is getting an original VHS copy of whatever the movie is. I try my best. Some movies, I care a little bit less about in terms of getting the original copy. But I wanted to get a good deal on this one, and I sat in the pocket for a long time, and I was able to finally get a good deal on the double VHS copy of this. We'll go ahead and just show off there's not a lot to it, obviously. These are VHS copies here, and again, I apologize for the focus on here. I think we're going to get better as the episodes go forward on knowing where I need to be able to, the ratio between, the distance, I should say, between the tape itself and the movie, which, shout out, I haven't watched this yet, so I have no, I'm pretty sure, I assume it's a good copy, but kudos to the person that sold it to me. They rewound it. Sometimes you get VHS tapes through eBay, and not all of them are rewound. So, which it makes sense, because not everybody has a VHS player, which I assume if you're selling VHS, you have a VHS player, but whatever. It is what it is. But my love for Stephen King's It, though, like I said, dude, it goes back to being a kid. I rented this movie so many times. That and like any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and the Child's Play movies, those were like my 3 favorite movies to get, man. And Stephen King's It, Pennywise the Clown, Tim Curry did such a good job. Obviously, you had John Ritter, the dude from Night Court. all these dudes, and like a lot of these people, I originally, I find out, things that they were in years later, and then, but to me, they were always, hey, it's the cast from It. That's kind of where my heart always went whenever I saw these actors out and about playing other roles in other movies. But with that being said, man, I'm a huge fan of Stephen King, dude. Just right over off to my side, dude, I have a whole bookshelf of nothing but Stephen King books. And Stephen King's It was the very first book that I read of Stephen King's. And I know a lot of people out there, they're like, man, that's, as a kid reading that, dude, at 2 o'clock in the morning, man, you're freaked the fuck out, dude. Like, seriously, like, it is one of the scariest books out there, dude. And I know a lot of Stephen King books are scary, but in my opinion, dude, it doesn't get much better than Stephen King's It. I know a lot of people probably will disagree on that. They're like, what about The Stand? What about Tommyknockers? What about Pet Sematary? And all great books. I don't know about the adaptations for TV for some of those, but You be the judge. Let's hear about it in the comments. What's your favorite Stephen King miniseries out there? For me personally, Stephen King's It is my favorite miniseries of any generation, you know, going, which obviously Stephen King goes, so many generations of people now at this point have read Stephen King books and love Stephen King books. And, you know, man, I think that's one thing this year is like, I definitely want to try to end the year strong in terms of reading. I have a handful of books that I've started reading, but I haven't finished. And I really feel that I need to knock out, going into 2024, I really do need to knock out some more books, especially Stephen King books. I need to really up the ante in terms of that, though. So I think that pretty much ends it here. Like I said, dude, I'm a big giant fan of Stephen King's It. Again, I waited a very long time to pick up this specific copy. Again, the original copy, 1993, man. This came out in 1993 on home video, and obviously being released for television in the year 1990. Big fan of Tim Curry. I know a lot of people are always like, oh, Tim Curry, you know, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Nah, man, Pennywise the Clown. At least for me, dude, he was always and will always be Pennywise the Clown. But with that being said, though, that's going to conclude it here for us on pickups this week. What do we got next week? I don't know. I haven't made a decision yet. But in the meantime, though, go ahead and like, subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment. What do you think about Pennywise the Clown? What do you think about Tim Curry? I don't care. Just say hello. You know, do we all float down there? I don't know. But I guess until next time, we'll see you later. Peace.